for and hopes to emerge victorious on the medal stand. Introducing the 2024 Collector Games from Real Sports Cards, including $50,000 in prizes. Here's how it works. In every one of our breaks from July 1st to August 11th, you'll have an opportunity to earn medals based on showcase ranking. These medals correlate to different point totals. Bronze will be worth 1 point, silver will be worth 3, and gold, the top hit of the break, will be worth 5 points. Not only will you be competing for yourself, but we've also segmented our collectors into 4 geographic regions based on historical spend to make this as fair as possible. We've got the West region, the North Central region, the Northeast region, and the Southeast region. We'll be keeping track of both individual and regional point totals with public leaderboard updates every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday throughout the duration of this event, so you're always in the know of how you and your region are performing. But if you can't wait for the social updates, the public leaderboard will be updated daily, which you can access at any time. And now the fun part. Prizes. The individual with the most overall points at the end of this will win $5,000 in break credit, with second and third place taking home $2,000 and $1,000 in break credit, respectively. The 4 collectors with the most points in each region will take home $2,500 in break credit each, with second and third place winners taking home $1,000 and $500 in break credit, respectively. And let's remember, it's not just about the name on the back of the jersey, it's about the name on the front too. Whichever region accumulates the most total points throughout the event will equally split $25,000 in break credit amongst the collectors that participated in breaks, whether you bought into 1 break, 50 breaks, or more. And while there will be plenty of winners, we're also adding a participation trophy prize of $1,000 in break credit to whoever buys the most spots without getting a medal throughout the event. We've got a fun handful of weeks ahead of us. Let us know what questions you have, and we'll make sure you're primed to bring home the hardware and make your region proud.
What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Friday.
It is that time again.
It's been a couple weeks again.
It has.
2 weeks,
Why did we take last week off?
I was gone.
You were gone?
Yeah, that was 4th of July weekend.
Oh, that was. Yeah, 4th of July
Yep.
weekend. That's not going to happen.
No.
Rucker's in the house. Good morning, Rucker. Good morning, Jeffrey. We'll give people a couple of minutes to pop in and say hello.
What up, Phil? Go Guardians. Ryan made the comment to me yesterday. He's just on his phone. I'm working. He's just on his phone, like sitting behind me, whatever. We're hanging out. It's like, how are the Guardians so freaking good?
I just don't understand it at all. How they can, when you compare, when you look at them and they have the same record as the Orioles, for example.
Yep.
And then you look at the Orioles lineup of all these amazing young rookies. You're like, yeah, that team should be really good.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Guardians of, and you look at like David Fry and Stephen Kwan, and you're like, why are these guys
Who are
so
these guys
good?
and why are they so good? Yeah, and even with guys like Shane Bieber has been out for the entire year.
Right.
Like a couple starting pitchers, and they just somehow keep putting up wins.
Right. Yeah, it's wild.
I'm a
wild.
fan. What up, Jeb? What up, Mike Molesky?
Molesky is in the house.
Chris is here. What's up, Chris?
Say hello when you drop into the feed.
Jeff says, morning, Rucker. You still killing it in the contest?
Seriously.
There's Jake. What up, Jake?
We can talk about the Twins. So since
Not much to talk about with the Twins.
I mean, Brooks Lee call up.
Yeah, that's
a pretty big
He's
deal.
kind of lighting it up, too. He's kind of a stud.
It's a pretty big deal. Brooks Lee is, we've been waiting on that one.
Yep, 100%.
So, I mean, hasn't translated to a whole lot yet as far as competitiveness on the field.
The Twins are due for a post-All-Star game, shoot up the standings.
You think so?
Every year. They'll shoot up the standings. And then people will say, oh my goodness, we're going to win the AL Central, we're going to win the World Series. And then the last half of the year, they just flutter out and just die, yeah.
and then
Buxton gets hurt again.
then you lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna have a tough shot. Like if things stay the same, the Guardians will have the AL Central, knocking on wood there, and then the Twins might have. I mean, that's gonna be a tough wild card spot. There's a lot of good teams in the AL.
Right. Jason Scott is in the house. What's happening?
What up, T-Wag?
Is this our first Q&A where a notification actually went out?
It is, yeah. Yep, because
I
last
think it
week the
is.
notification started, and this is the first one that we've done since then. So
Right. So if you haven't noticed, we pushed an update to the App Store, both Google and Apple, that enables push notifications. One, it rebrands us to Real Sports Cards app versus the Uncommon app. And two, knocks out push notifications for you guys, so you always know when the breaks that you care about are happening and when we're going live. If you have not seen that happen yet, it may not have automatically updated your phone. If you still have the Uncommon app on your phone, you might have to go into the App Store and push update to force the update through so that you switch over to the new Real Sports Cards app with push notifications.
yeah, if you still have a blue diamond, you're on the old one. You're not getting push notifications.
That's right. So play around with your settings. You can tweak those notifications a little bit in your account settings. There's a notifications section in your account settings. You can dial it in by sport, things like that. You can turn on notifications for specific events, things like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
even if you have, even if you have baseball off, but you see that we have our big draft mixers coming on Saturday night, and you're interested in Bowman Draft, you can turn the individual notification on for just that event. You won't get any of the other baseball ones, but you will get the one that you care about right there, and that'll
That's
notify you. That'll notify you when it drops.
So for those of you guys who have done the update and have been receiving push notifications, what's some of your feedback? You guys have any feedback or thoughts on the notifications that you've been getting? While you're throwing your feedback in the chat, I'll answer Jed's question. Jed said, "Did Uncommon die?" Uncommon did not die. For those of you guys who haven't seen what we've been working on, we've actually been working on doing a white label project for other breakers and other breakers to license our app software to have their own apps. So actually today, our first breaker partner that's licensing our software is launching his own app, and he's the first one. And then next week, our second breaker that we're working with is launching their own app using our software. And so the main reason that Uncommon changed to Real Sports Cards is now Uncommon is really the software entity, the software brand that is doing the licensing of the technology to all of the dealers. Instead of the initial plan, which was Uncommon was a neutral brand that would eventually have other breakers breaking on the platform, all side by side. And so since we've gone the licensing route instead of the platform route, we ultimately rebranded our use of the Uncommon software as the Real Sports Cards app. So that's why we're moving forward.
And we're excited to do that anyways. It's cool seeing the orange, the 3-card logo on the phone, and I think it is, I don't want to say a little bit truer to who we are, but it's just on brand for Real Sports Cards.
Yeah,
now everything's just Real Sports Cards now.
Yep.
So
exactly.
It's easy to follow along.
Exactly. So one thought that I had, I'll just throw this out here, and I was going to throw a poll up and a question today about notifications. Right now we notify 3 times on each event, right? We notify when we publish it to the dropping soon area.
Yep. So when it is teased.
Right when we tease it.
And you can see it on the app. That's when you get a notification.
Then you get a notification that, hey, they teased a new break. Then you get a notification 5 minutes before a break drops.
And Rucker said the 5-minute warning is nice. We initially had it at drop. We're like, you know, with a lot of these breaks, I mean, people are waiting right at, you know, at drop time to grab their team. So if you get a notification right when it drops, chances are you're probably too late. So that's why that 5-minute gap is there, so you can get ready for it.
Right. And then the third notification is when we go live.
Correct.
And because we've got a nice countdown timer, you know, a start, a teaser video, and then a countdown timer, that notification that we went live gives you plenty of time to pop into that live feed.
Yep.
The one I was kind of curious on, what we don't want to do is just overkill you guys with like notifications. Like the goal here isn't to just blow up your phone constantly. And you know, I mean, if we're doing 10 to 15 breaks a day, that's 30 to 45 notifications a day. So I'd like some feedback on you guys of how valuable it is to get the first notification, the notification that we teased a new break. Or is, you know, dropping in 5 minutes enough notice for knowing about the next new break that's popping.
Yeah, the main thing is our thought process is we don't want to overload you guys and to where you just don't really care about seeing the notification pop at all. So we'd be potentially thinking about going from 3 notifications for every break down to 2 notifications. So just when it drops, or 5 minutes before it drops, and when it's live.
Right. Yeah. So that's what we're kind of considering. But I would appreciate your opportunity or your feedback and stuff like that.
Yeah. Basically, if you guys are using that teaser notification to see what's popping or not.
Yeah, because technically you're getting the teaser notification like the night before a morning drop.
Yeah.
Or you're getting a teaser notification
in the middle of the afternoon.
In the middle of the afternoon for the evening drop.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, hours, you know, up to 12 hours before the break actually drops.
Right.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. But give us your feedback. I'll probably do a post later today.
Yeah, in the Facebook
about that, just to get as many people's feedback as we can get on that, and then we'll keep tweaking away. So, what other news do we have this week? We spent a lot of time yesterday dialing in plans for the National. We get to see Mike Molesky at the National.
Yep.
So we spent a number of hours sorting out what our plan is, and what products we're going to be breaking, what special promo breaks we'll be doing live from the show. We will be doing the National similar to last year, where all of the normal break shifts stayed at home. So we'll have our normal Wisconsin and Minnesota break shifts. And then we will be having special promo breaks, like 2 or 3 special promo breaks live from the National every day of the National, which is
Wednesday
10 days. It's like 10 days from now.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah. We leave on the 22nd.
Yep. So Wednesday
and then
the
it starts the Wednesday, so it's like 12
the 24th
days.
through Sunday.
Yep.
So
and I think this is we did a lot last year, but I think we relied on Topps Chrome release day a bunch too. So we only had a couple. I feel like this is probably the most planning that we put in to a National before
for like cool event
type breaks,
unique breaks.
And I'm pretty pumped for what we have coming up. I think we've got some sweet stuff loaded up that is going to be stuff that, 1, no one else is doing, 2, no one else has done in a long time, 2, stuff that we know you guys love, that we love too, that we haven't done in a long time, and 3, some special type of, I don't know, it's just going to be fun.
Some cool
things.
chases that you don't get to do every day.
Correct.
Yeah. Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly. So, how many of you guys are going to be at the National in Cleveland? We saw Mike say that he was going to be there.
Phil better be there.
right? Yeah, I mean, if you're in Ohio, there's kind of no excuse. You kind of
Correct.
have to go.
Yeah, correct. Rick says, is there a way to do one tease notification versus 5? Like nights breaks are now teased, day breaks are now teased. Oh, because we're doing them all in one. You know what I mean? Because we're doing them all in one shot anyways.
Yeah, right.
So instead of having 5, could you just do a teaser?
Right, because we tease all 5 of the next shift's breaks at the same time. So it is kind of like, I've noticed that too. It's like, Andrew Neggs, right? Because he's dropping all 5 of them in a really short period of time. That's one of the things where, I've thought, it feels like a lot, like when my phone is blowing up.
Right. Yeah. And Jason and Jake said up there, I'm not sure if you saw it, that it's it'd be nice to have the individual dropping notifications when it's like a new release and we're doing one after the other. That's when those tease notifications can be a little bit more helpful.
Oh, sure.
Especially because sometimes we're dropping those in a shorter time window, right? Like there's 4 teams left in Top Scrum number 1. I'm going to post Top Scrum number 2 to drop in 10 minutes, so then people will get that notification. So
got it. Yeah, for new releases, I can see that. So maybe there's something like on the back end where we build in like a checkbox just for that notification,
right?
Just for that, do you want to notify that this is being teased? Checkbox, and that way for new releases you do it every time,
right?
But when Andrew's teasing his morning shift, he only has to check it on one of them.
Correct.
And so if he checks it on one of them, that'll let people know, okay, all of the next shift's breaks are now teased. They can go and, they click the one notification and then they can obviously see all 5 of them teased.
Correct.
So maybe that's the solution.
Yeah, we'll play around with it. We'll think about it.
Yeah. Any of these things can be tweaked. So we want to kind of settle into, the right amount of notifications.
Yep, 100%.
Yep. So we are staying downtown
for the national. Yeah.
For the national, we're staying at the Crown Plaza Playhouse Square. If you're thinking about hanging out at the national, downtown's a great place to stay because if you stay out by the IX Center, which is at the airport, essentially, there's like nothing out there.
Yeah.
So if you want, bars, restaurants, there's a casino downtown right in that area. You're just blocks away from everything in that area. And come on, that's not the bad part of Cleveland. That's a perfectly fine part of Cleveland. So
Cleveland's nice. Nice every year.
On Tuesday, are the Guardians are home on Tuesday? Is it an afternoon game or is it an evening game?
I remember looking when
I think Wednesday is an afternoon game.
Yeah, that was the one that's like, there's no chance we can go to that.
But Tuesday, our setup is actually pretty light.
Yeah, we might actually have time to, let's see here. They play Tuesday at 5:40.
Okay.
They play Monday at 5:42. Maybe me and Quinn will leave super early and try
early and get there.
What time we have to leave? It's a 12-hour drive. That's not out of the question.
Yeah, I mean it's a 12 to 14 hour drive in the van.
Oh, well, it's tall.
Try not to break anything off of the van this year.
No, we don't have to tell that story.
Brutal.
I'm a little bit scared I'm a little scared to drive the van this year.
The last time
there's no parking ramps on the way to.
The last time Emil drove the van at the National, he ripped the rear view camera off the van in the parking garage. It's brutal.
There wasn't good enough signage in the parking garage. I don't know. I was just trying to get out of there.
So maybe we get a Guardians game in.
That'd be fun Tuesday night.
Tuesday.
Yep.
Because we should be well set up by then.
Yeah, I've got to think.
Our
setup's going to be easy.
We'll knock our setup in a couple of hours.
Yep.
And then be ready to rock and roll.
Yep.
So I'm down for Guardians.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
So Jason Scott asked about Fanatics Fest. We will be at Fanatics Fest in New York City. It's like the second week of August.
It's like 2 weeks after the National.
Yeah, it's like 2 to 3 weeks after the National.
Yep.
So yes, we will be at the Javits Center in New York City. So if you are in the Northeast, come down, check it out, hang out with us. We're just going to be chilling, pretty low key. It's more of a singles show. We're not going to be live from Fanatics Fest, but you guys can definitely come in and hang out with us. They're, who knows how big Fanatics does it for this thing.
It's the first one. You got to think they're going to do some fun stuff.
Yeah, hopefully they really step it up, have some really good content and things going on.
Yep.
And we definitely want to meet all of you guys that are coming out for that.
Yep, 100%. So. Yeah, we're not sure who's all going to Fanatics Fest as far as from our team in Wisconsin or not yet. But the National, it's going to be you, Tom, me during the week.
Titus for the weekend.
Potentially Nags for the weekend. Jamie, our marketing manager, and Nate, our content guy, for a little bit in there.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We'll have a decent crew there.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. And we'll have tons of guys hanging out. Some of our local guys from Minnesota will be there for most of the week. So
right.
We'll have a little posse hanging out at the booth for most of the time there.
Right. All right, let's transition a little bit and talk about new releases, because there's been a ton of new release news in the past week or so, right? So obviously we have Topps Chrome coming next week.
This coming Wednesday is Topps Chrome release day, which is going to be epic, and we can dig into that a little bit more. But coming right on the heels for baseball fans, especially, Museum Collection Baseball just got teased and announced for the week after the National. And then the very next week, Finest Baseball got teased. Yep.
So it's like, it feels like we haven't had a ton of new baseball for a while here.
Yep.
And we're going to get hammered with like 3 amazing baseball products. Like back to back.
Yeah, we had Tier 1, but that was a couple weeks ago at this point now, right? So, yeah, we're going to have
And then before that, it was like Series 2. And
it really was,
Platinum Anniversary, right? So, yeah, I mean, it feels like it's been a little time since we've had some like really, really fun releases. Topps Chrome is going to be killer.
It's going to be so
good. But Museum and Finest, I mean, Finest is one of my favorite products.
Yeah, I know you've already dug into the Finest details a little bit, and what has already been one of your favorite products, I think
they crushed it.
Way better.
They crushed it for Finest. We can start with that one.
Yep.
If you guys are familiar with Finest in the past, it's always been like a 100-card base set and 25 short prints. Yep. And they've kind of not, I haven't felt like they've done great.
The short prints have never really been.
Because they don't put rookies in the short prints.
Yes.
It's like veterans, like Chris Bryant. Who cares?
Not even
Chris
that quality
Bryant
most of the time. It's
print.
it's like, I don't know. It's the guys that are not good. It's David Fry is the short print.
Right, yeah. And so it's like, oh man, you're like, aren't short prints supposed to be good? And so I'm looking at like, it's just not a fun aspect of that product historically.
Correct.
This year, they took on, and we'll call it the Panini Select bottle.
Yep.
Right? Panini Select has a base set, but then they have like 3 tiers of the base set. They've got premier level, courtside. What's the third one?
Yeah, it's premier, courtside, or concourse.
And concourse, right? And so they have varying levels of scarcity on those 3 levels. And they've done that with Finest this year. They did a 100-card base set.
So sweet.
That is the common. Then they did a 100-card base set, or that's card number 101 through 200, is the same 100 players, but uncommon. And I think it's like 6 per box only.
Okay.
And then they did the 100-card set again, 201 through 300, same players as rare, and I think it's 2 per box.
Wow.
And so now you've got 3 different Yamamoto rookies.
3 different Jackson Holiday
rookies. And what they've also done is they got rid of a lot of the they had added so many different colors to Finest.
Yeah, over the past couple of years, you had the aqua vapors, you had the yellow orange like all the vapors,
Purple, pink
and
vapor,
exactly.
all the gold mini diamond and all of these different off colors.
Yep.
Just to get enough numbered cards per box. Right. And now that they've got like essentially 3 variations of each card, they've really stripped a lot of those colors out. So now you're getting true color parallels of the different scarce cards.
Correct.
Right? So now you're going to get true orange of 1 through 100, 101 through 200, and 201 through 300.
Yep.
And
cool.
so I think it's awesome. I think it looks like it'll be really cool to see. Hopefully they say on the card. Yeah, I mean one of the comments. Hopefully they say on the card which version. Well, actually,
Select does different designs.
No, actually they don't have to. They don't have to because it's card number.
Yeah,
you know that card number. Anything in the 200s is the rare.
Yeah.
Anything in the hundreds is the uncommon, and anything 100 or under is the commons.
Yeah, nice try, Jake.
Yeah. So that's easy. They actually did number the set 1 through 300. So I'm excited. I think that's a killer change. I love that. When you're buying the Dodgers, that you're getting that much more Yamamoto.
100%. Yeah, and there's gonna be 3 different superfractors to chase for Yamamoto.
Right.
Non-auto superfractors, at least.
Right.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yep. So I'm excited about that one.
Yep.
And we know that because they already put the checklist out there, so you guys can go. You can check out the checklist on Topps.com.
Yep.
And then there's a bunch of information out there about Topps Chrome. Obviously.
Yep.
Checklist is out for Topps Chrome. That's coming. The checklist is amazing. Like massive rookie class. All the guys from Series 1, all the guys from Series 2, and a bunch of the guys that are going to be an update all made it into Topps Chrome.
Yep.
And so Topps Chrome is going to be fire. They haven't teased anything about Museum yet. That's new and unique. Museum.
And for how well they did Tier 1, you got to think Museum's going to be stacked too.
They've improved nearly, if not every product in 2024 over 2023.
And I felt like 2023 was an increase or a betterment from 2022.
Right.
I think we're getting just, incremental increases of quality of product every year.
Yep. All the patch cards that were in
Tier 1,
but also in Inception.
Yeah.
They're actually making incremental product improvements.
Correct. Yeah.
So there's some really cool things coming in Topps Chrome. Did you see the award winners cards?
I don't think so. No.
Look this up real quick. You guys can look this up. 24 Topps Chrome award winners. Click on that.
Oh, that's nasty.
How nasty is that card?
That's really sick.
It's an award winners
Like
variation.
Cy Young, MVP, all that.
Yeah, MVP, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young Award winners from the 2023 set. And these cards look freaking beautiful.
Yeah, those are cool. It's like a gilded type of look, but like a Topps Chrome black as well.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I think they're pretty scarce. Do they say what they're numbered to? I want to say I saw somewhere that they were out of 23 for 2023.
Yeah, numbered to just 23.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that one's going to be epic. They added some other cool things. I don't know if we're going to see taco fractors again.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about taco fractures yet.
It's too bad. I still got my epic taco fractor disaster.
The epic fail, yes.
Epic fail for taco fractors. I should send that out, get that graded.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just to have
it graded. My taco fractor wild card that I overspent on, that's worth 0 now.
Didn't even get any tacos.
Right.
It's a bummer.
Right. No tacos. So, no, I mean, I'm excited. What other releases that, Topps Chrome Olympics.
I might be, I think you're a little bit more hesitant on it.
I'm not hesitant. On it. I'm just like managing my expectations. You think that
Yeah, my
you
expectations
think
are
it's
through
going
the
to be
roof.
product of the year.
Correct. Yeah, I'm actually wildly excited for the Topps Olympics.
Emil's like, it's what 2024 Topps Chrome U.S. and Paralympic Olympic hopefuls
Correct,
or
yeah.
whatever, right? I mean,
Yep.
it's a fun product. They've added some insane stuff.
Yeah.
Historically, it was a flagship product.
Yep. So this
Is the
Topps
first
Chrome.
year they made it a Topps Chrome product.
Yep.
But then they added other things like Dynasty.
100%.
You know, they only make one Olympics product, so they teased Dynasty patch autos.
Yeah, like a Katie Ledecky Dynasty patch auto with a swim cap. One of like that is wild. That's so sweet.
Right. So
Phelps is gonna have ink, and all these guys
I think there's no question that this year's Olympics product is going to be the best Olympics product ever.
Yep.
I'm just not quite to like product of the year.
I don't think I've never
opinion
said that.
that is
specifically.
how your eyes light up like.
I've never been more excited for a non-sport release.
No.
Non-one sport release.
Yeah, you have that like really really nerdy goofy grin like.
Yeah, I'm not even like a
giddy excitement grin on
maybe
your face.
maybe it's just the 4th of July and I'm just feeling more patriotic and the Olympics are coming up and I'm just ready for it.
The collector games are going.
Games are going. Yeah, everything's just making me feel good about this product.
right. So
I wouldn't say, Jake, I don't think it's going to be like Chronicles. I think they just inserted some extra
as hits.
Yeah.
As hits. I wouldn't be surprised if there's even more than what they've teased.
Correct.
But yeah, they used Dynasty as one of the hit categories.
Right.
And I think I wouldn't be surprised to see other product hits kind of work their way into it.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, probably mostly like a Topps Chrome product with some extra stuff.
Right.
So.
Right.
Maybe it's product of the year. I don't know. Maybe do I have to call it out now just so I had said it and then I can tell everyone that I'm the smartest once it does become
why don't you just man up and just call it. Call your shot. Come on, let's hear it. Product of the year.
All right.
Let's calling it.
2024 Topps Chrome USA Olympic and Paralympic hopefuls. Product of the year. You heard it here first.
We can clip that.
You heard it here first. Yep.
We can for sure clip it.
It's not that expensive either.
No,
right out of the gates, it's not that expensive.
It's going to be a super fun rip. It's going to be a super fun break. We're going to have to figure out exactly how we configure this thing, but we'll definitely have single case breaks, probably both random and pick style,
and maybe something fun for the national,
and maybe something multi-case fun for the national, as long as we can figure out a really cool format for that.
Yeah.
So
100% Odell, 2 autos, 1 relic. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Yeah. So we got that coming out. We've got name the 3 big baseball ones,
and that's during the national. That's Friday,
of the national. Yep.
And then the 3 baseball ones, obviously. The other one is Topps Chrome UCC.
Yeah, which is gonna be if you guys haven't been paying attention, if you're not big soccer fans, haven't been paying attention to the Euro Championship that is going on right now. Spain has a kid that is 16 years old. He just scored in the semifinals. He's the youngest player ever to score in the Euros at 16, which is wild. And his rookies are in all of the new soccer products, the 23-24 Top Soccer sets. And so he's been the big Jason Finest and Museum, and Topps Chrome Soccer is coming out the Wednesday of the National.
And if you're not a soccer fan, which I'm not a soccer fan.
Right.
The one thing you have to know about soccer is singles sell outrageously well. Like soccer buyers pay up for the players and the teams that they chase. So it's actually like a really fun product from that perspective.
100%. Yeah.
Okay that the assessor walks around.
What's that?
Some assessors here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Getting assessed?
Yeah. The county property assessor is here, probably trying to figure out how much you
more
can
money?
jack up my property tax bill.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, no, so anyway, so Yamal is his name. And he is, yeah, I mean, think of like Bedard with how young he is, except 4 years younger and doing it on an international level.
I mean, Europeans, I mean, where obviously soccer is massive in Europe.
Yep.
Like, they pay up for the stuff that they like. I mean, Formula One's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing.
Like, yeah, I think it's safe to say that collectors outside of the United States
Yep.
really go hard on their sports.
100%.
You know, basketball in Asia.
Massive.
I mean, the amount of high-end basketball that's going on in China is bonkers.
Yep.
They're just NBA fans. F1,
Yep.
massive.
Rucker, you and me still
Soccer,
gonna talk.
fantastic. So,
All that stuff. There's massive markets for it. So if you haven't gotten into soccer, I'd say this is the product to get into just because of the hype. It's just perfect timing too with the Euros. And
it's like hockey with Bedard right now. Like, people are, you know, non-hockey fans
Yep.
are dabbling in hockey because the Bedard hype and chase is so huge.
Yep.
And
Why non-basketball people are jumping into basketball because of Wembanyama, like
Right.
all these type of guys.
yeah,
Yep. So we got that for coming up for soccer. We got a couple big football releases coming up too. I saw a couple people ask. Unfortunately, I think Topps had the goal of getting some of their first football products released for the national.
in July.
That
but
didn't
that
happen.
that timeline is a little bit off.
Yep.
So timelines on NFL and basketball Topps products are pushed out a little bit.
Yep. So TBA on those, but we do have Contenders football was supposed to release today. That got pushed back due to some manufacturing issues.
No,
on the
because
production.
of Hurricane Beryl really.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, so Hurricane Beryl's caused some issues down in Texas, where all this stuff is made,
Yep.
and it's caused some delays.
Yep.
It sounds like there was some damage to one of the facilities.
Yep. That's not good.
So yeah, it sounds like that is why Panini pushed that release date to Tuesday.
Yeah. So that release date is Tuesday. I know Optic Football is supposed to hobby come out next Friday. I'm not sure if that is gonna change or not. Wouldn't be the worst thing if that got pushed back a little bit, because then we might have Optic Football for the national too,
Right.
which is gonna be legit. I mean, if you guys have followed what Prism has done over the past few months since release, like those boxes have skyrocketed up, and you really can't find them anymore. So I think people are gonna be going crazy hard on Optic, and Optic I think is arguably, I'm not gonna say arguably better, but Optic has been so good as of the past few years. So I'm excited for Optic football.
Yeah.
And it's coming up. I mean, football season's kind of right around the corner too.
Right.
Talking about being right in the middle of baseball season, like all these guys are in camp, and football's coming up quick. So that market will start heating up again. Probably it always does, like right with the national, and Optic football being at that same time, I think is going to help it a lot too. And the fact that there hasn't been a good high-end football release in a lot. We haven't had anything for football releases in a
Right,
long time since
right. It has
clearly
been
Donruss a month ago.
Ghost town for
Yeah.
football releases.
Yeah, so we'll be loaded up on Optic and ready to go. Contenders should be good too. Contenders basketball is the best it probably has ever been this year, and I hope they kind of implement some of that same stuff. I'm assuming they have, in terms of
football.
in terms of production with football. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the time, guys, where you guys can be dropping any questions that you have. You can drop questions about products. You can drop questions about real sports cards and our business, or the industry in general, or the card market, anything like that. So, we want this to not just be a time where we're dropping information on you and product updates and talking to you, but we want to be answering your questions that you have. I think that's what differentiates it a little bit from just a traditional podcast. It's not a news. We're not just here for news. We want to know what you guys are interested in hearing about and have that conversation. Rucker thinks he's got a challenge for us. What challenge do you have for us, Rucker?
Oh boy.
He gets bold. I'm in the lead in the collector games.
He might be issuing a podium challenge. Maybe that's what he's dropping on. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
I know I saw a few questions from a few guys that while we were kind of talking there. So feel free to drop those back in too, so we can circle back and answer those if you we're kind of left behind in the chat there.
Including the question about the state fair and
You wanna
all
see-
of the deep fried.
You want to see my
everything
eyes
on a
light
stick.
up? Did you see the list of the new foods?
I did not. Did it publish?
It published.
Oh man.
Overall, nothing too crazy. So for the backstory for you guys, State Fair is by far my favorite type of year. I always forget that people outside of Minnesota don't realize how big of a deal the Minnesota State Fair is.
No, that's
or
because
any state
no,
fair.
not even any state fair. Like that's because their state fairs suck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've lived in other states and I've been to other state fairs.
Yep.
And our county fairs are better than their state fairs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, Ohio. I'm calling you out. Ohio, your state fair sucks. It's pitiful. The Minnesota State Fair is an epic event.
Yeah, it's a blast.
Epic event for just awesome outdoor time. If you're a music fan, if you are a foodie, a beer fan, like you name it, animal fan.
There's everything. There's everything there. It is so big.
It is enormous.
Yeah.
It's enormous.
Yeah, and it's way better than the Texas State
It is
Fair.
way better than the Texas State Fair.
Yeah.
Way better. Come up. I'm not kidding you. Come up to Minnesota. Come hang out at the Minnesota State Fair with us, and you will be like blown away. It's a blast.
Yeah, I'll be taking multiple days off just to spend full days at the fair. It is my favorite time of year. So, but they publish a list of foods, and the new foods are always, some of the biggest attractions. So it was not last year. I think it was 2 years ago. Was the pickle pizza was the biggest one, and now
Gross.
everyone had. You don't like.
Gross.
You didn't like it.
Dude, I can't eat.
Oh, that's right.
I don't
You're
eat
not
pickles.
you don't like the acidic.
The vinegar.
The vinegar. That's what it is.
No vinegar for me. Barf.
Yeah, the line outside the stand for the pickle pizza, the entire fair was at least an hour long, like minimum every single time you went there. But it's super, super good, well worth the wait. But this year, I saw this and I'm all in on it. It is deep fried ranch.
Come on.
Like, no joke. That's it. Deep fried ranch.
Just deep fried ranch.
Yes. I'm gonna be going crazy. That sounds so good. Sounds so good.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna be all in. It's gonna be like a crusty deep
Like a
fried
ball,
shell,
like a deep fried
and
ball.
you bite in, and it's
and
ranch.
it's just full of hot ranch.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Man,
I'm excited.
I don't know.
I'm super excited for that one. All right, I think we missed a few questions here talking about deep fried ranch.
I mean, I have some staples. Like, I like looking at the new things,
Yeah.
but there are things at the Minnesota State Fair that I have to get every time that I go.
Yep.
One of the best, like, caramel pecan rolls I've ever had in my life
Okay.
is at the State Fair.
Yep.
Pork chop on a stick. Fantastic.
I actually haven't had that yet.
That's a staple.
Yeah.
Gotta
no,
have that.
Yeah.
I could eat sweet corn.
The sweet corn is the best.
I
Talk
could
about a
eat-
staple.
I could eat sweet corn until I turn yellow.
Yep.
Like, boom, hot off the
They cook it.
press.
Yeah.
Like,
Loaded up with salt and
loaded up
pepper
with-
and-
butter, like soaking and dripping in butter.
Yep.
Just amazing.
Yep.
Deep fried cheese curds.
The cheese curds, the mousetrap cheese curds are
Oh
the
man,
best.
without question.
Yeah.
I really like the Swedish meatballs, which are actually
I've had those.
they're right across from the cheese curds.
Okay.
So I think they like get overlooked
Yeah.
because everybody's like cheese curds,
Goes
cheese
in for the
curds,
cheese
cheese
curds, yeah.
curds. The Swedish meatballs
Okay.
are amazing.
Yep.
You've got other amazing staples like Sweet Martha's cookies.
Yeah. Have to every year.
But then you have like all of the different beers. Like if you are a beer fan, like a microbrew fan,
Yeah.
like everyone brings out their like mini donut
The
beer.
mini. I was just gonna say that's my favorite one
Mini
by far.
donut beer, cotton candy beer,
Yeah.
like all these amazing beers at the
The beer garita. That's my favorite.
The beer garita.
Yeah, it's like a Leinenkugels with a honey lice with a margarita mix is the best.
Yep. Bacon on a stick is fantastic. It's like giant, thick, chunky bacon.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit the amount that I spend in food and beverage at the state fair every year.
Laura and I have actually like gone to the state fair and bought tickets to the state fair just to go
Just go
and
eat.
eat lunch and then leave.
Correct. Yep, I've done that before.
You know, because we go multiple times every year. So it's like, yeah, you go 1 or 2 times and you walk around, you do the whole fair,
Yep.
everything like that. We take Amberly to the Midway and do the rides and do the carny games and things like that.
Yep.
But then, you know, sometimes we just be like, we're just hungry for state fair food,
Yep.
and we just buy a ticket to get in, eat, drink, and leave.
Yep. It's a way to do it.
Yep. So, definitely come up.
Come up for the state fair.
Seriously, like it's worth flying to Minnesota to go to the Minnesota State Fair. You hang out with us. We'll show you the ropes. It's a good time.
100%. All right. I think we missed a few questions, so if you guys want to get back to more hobby-related questions, we got off on a tangent there with the state fair. I know I saw a couple ones, so drop your comments, drop your questions in the chat for what you have. If we
Scroll back up. What do we got to hit?
Let's see.
Let's see what we got.
I think it's a good one. Motley Crue, Matchbox 20.
Motley Crue is at the
Ludacris.
net, or is that the fair this year?
The concert lineup is actually
Oh,
loaded.
sick!
Yeah.
Ludacris. Oh, that's my kind of concert right there.
Ludacris would be a good one. I've been to a couple state fair concerts. They're all really fun. No shark attacks at the state fair. There might be. You never know. Xavier.
Xavier says, "Is there a way to have you guys hold PSA items until more come back instead of paying shipping each time?" I don't know how easy or difficult that would be to build into the process.
Yeah.
But we can look into it.
Yeah, Xavier, shoot me a PM. I know you got me on Facebook, so shoot me a message and we can chat with our main PSA guy and see what the difficulties would be there.
Yeah.
Jed says wander, buy or sell.
Oh my gosh. That's brutal. Yeah, so if you didn't see, Wander Franco officially had charges filed against him.
Charged, not guilty.
Had charges filed against him. So yeah, not looking too hot.
Yeah,
So-
that sounded like I was defending him. I'm selling Wander. Yeah. I would not be buying Wander. I'll say that.
I'm not even a sell Wander. I'm a burn. I mean, if you do buy, sell,
Buy, sell,
burn.
throw away. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wander's a burn. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not looking good. It is
Yeah.
not looking good.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was charged in a Dominican Republic, not
Yep.
not in the U.S. Rucker asked why the wall is bland. Why is the wall so bland?
We're working on a different setup right now.
Yeah. So actually, I don't know if you noticed. If you guys noticed,
Yeah, we should have done an intro.
the name of our Q&A has changed to All Cards Ship, which actually is a teaser for the name of our new live podcast that we're going to be doing, that we're going to be hosting live from the shop, in the shop. So we are going to be moving out of this room eventually.
Yep.
For the live podcast. All Cards Ship, real hobby talk, no fillers.
No fillers.
Real hobby talk, no fillers. So that's coming, and we're gonna get ourselves a little bit better scenery out here in the shop. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun with that.
Yeah. Yep. I just wanted to get away from Ryan. Ryan wanted to keep sitting so close to me, so I had to.
Too close.
I had to tell him to.
He's so loud; it hurts my ears.
I think we're the same volume.
No, I'm meek and mild and timid.
Oh, you and Titus are on the same
Me and
voice
Titus
level.
are the same. Yes.
I don't think that's true.
I used to be loud and obnoxious, and then I hurt my voice. Oh, we should get a studio. You know what? We should get a studio like Jeff Wilson. I strive daily to be like Jeff Wilson. That like that's my goal. I just want to be Jeff Wilson.
Yeah. You should build a shop like him.
I should have
Stand up.
I should have stand up singles display cases, and break studios integrated into the shop. Like, I should do all of these things that Jeff Wilson does.
Mark has a great question. He says, "Explain the eBay 101." My favorite term in the hobby. So Rucker, basically, every single card technically could be an eBay 101. The true eBay 101s are the first card in a line of,
like 1 of 99.
and the last card, 99.
99 of 99.
Because
and
that's the only 99 of 99 out there.
And there's one more.
The jersey number.
The jersey number.
Yeah.
Out of 99.
Correct.
Like, no. eBay 1 of 1 is like one of the worst hobby terms ever. The reason
It's a joke.
the reason it's called the eBay 1 of 1 is because of the people on eBay who sell a card numbered to 99 out of 99, and then they put 1 of 1 in the description.
Or they'll literally say jersey number 1 of 1.
Jersey number 1 of 1 in the description, so that when you search for 1 of 1s, all of their crappy cards pop up.
Correct.
It's like, no, I actually want to see real 1 of 1s, not 99, not 1,999 out of 1,999 1 of 1s.
Hey, it is, when you break it down to the basis of it, it is actually the only 99 of 99 out there.
Yeah,
it is a true 101.
So is 98 out of 99 is the only 98. Every numbered card is a 101.
Yeah, it's the only one of that serial number of that card.
Junk era.
Junk era.
1 of 1 junk era.
Every single card you guys pull is a 101. PSA 10, none higher. Pop, low pop. Some of those actually help.
No, pop
those
counts.
are actually
Pop
legit.
counts matter. If it's a PSA 10 pop 5, like
Yep.
that matters to me. I like having that information, but yeah, PSA 10 none higher is a little dumb.
What if it's the first one?
There's never ever any higher.
Oh, PSA 10. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
There's never ever any higher than PSA 10.
I do actually like that.
PSA 11.
PSA 11. Yeah, maybe.
No, that's brutal.
PSA 10. What's the dude with the that like certifies it? The
Mike Baker.
Yeah, Mike Baker. Yes, those are
PSA
higher
10 Mike Baker. It's
Yep.
worth more, right?
Yep, exactly.
Let's talk about collector games.
Okay.
All right. 2024 collector games. We are like 12 days in.
Yep.
Out of like
40 something?
42 days.
Yep.
Right? We're like not even a third of the way through the collector games. Hopefully you guys have been having fun with the collector games. Rucker has a problem, obviously. And Jake is like wants to be Rucker. Clearly,
Correct.
you know, Jake's just like, I wish I could be as good at breaks as Rucker, right?
Jake also wishes he was a Guardian fan, kind of low key, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, so collector games is in full steam ahead. If you guys are following the leaderboards, it has actually been a blast. Right now, the North Central region, go Minnesota, is in the lead. They're ahead by about 100 points. But honestly, guys, they've been ahead. They like surged ahead in like 2 days.
Yep.
And then everybody's been keeping up with them since. 100 points is not an insurmountable lead. We give away more than 100 points a day.
Yep.
Literally a day, we give away more than 100 points. It's 9 points a break, 10 to 15 breaks a day.
Yep.
So, you know, that's 90 to 135 points a day we are giving away. Do not be discouraged if you are not in North Central. You still have a chance and an opportunity to close the gap on North Central. We want to see even the West, who's pulling up the rear in 4th place for a region, like you guys can still pull it in. Now, the regions are competing against each other to split 25,000 in break credit.
Yep.
Everyone who participates in at least one break gets an equal share
Yep.
of the 25 grand in the winning region. It doesn't matter if you've bought one spot or you don't have to medal.
It doesn't even matter if all you did was get into one
One
free
of the
giveaway.
one of the daily no purchase necessary ones that counts. That enters you to get an equal share of the 25 grand.
Yep.
And so that's all it takes, guys. Honestly, if these regions doubled down on even just the no purchase necessaries for the next 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days of no purchase necessaries is 150 points worth of gold medals.
Yep.
9 times 30, 270 points will be awarded no purchase necessary. So like these other regions can close the gap just in no purchase necessary.
It's still anyone's game.
It is anyone's ball game 12 days in.
Yep.
Also, individually, like if you are in the West and you're like, man, my region is behind, everything like that, like, or in the Northeast, like the podiums are the big prizes. Like the individual prizes within, like overall and within each region. Don't forget, you're competing against the other people in your region also. And, like those podiums are within reach. The West region, like the third place spot in the West region only has 15 points. Like that's 3 gold medals.
Correct.
15 points, 3 gold medals, and boom, you're on the podium, right? Go to south or northeast. Northeast, 3 gold medals puts you in first.
Yep.
3 gold medals puts you into the gold. Like everything is within reach on this promo. I would love to see some divisions close the gap on North Central. So it's been moving around a little bit. I think Southeast was ahead of Northeast for a little while.
They were for a while. They were actually substantially ahead.
And I think Northeast was in last.
For a little bit there, Northeast was bringing up the rear.
Northeast has gone from 4th place as a region to 2nd place as a region, closing the gap on North Central. So anything goes.
Still a lot of days left in this thing.
There are 30 days left in this promo, and we can definitely see some gaps closed here.
Yep.
So hopefully you guys are having fun with it. Hopefully you guys are popping in, cheering for the other people, even if you're not in a break, popping in, cheering for other people in your region. If you want to, make it known what region you're in, and
I saw if you guys switched to, like Farju switched to Texas in his name.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that it's fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun, and all of the national fun on top of that is gonna ratchet it up.
Yeah, there's gonna be some 100%.
So awesome. Well, it is 10 o'clock. Are there any other questions that you've seen as we've been popping along here?
I think there are a couple. If you guys have any last minute questions.
Any last minute questions before we shut her down, drop those questions for us.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we didn't cover.
We've covered.
We've got some special stuff coming for the All-Star Game and for the MLB Draft coming. So we've teased those up so you can turn notifications on for those individual events if you haven't already. We'll have some special draft mixers tomorrow night, Saturday night. And then we will have some All-Star Game special stuff all day on Tuesday.
Yep.
So we're excited for those coming up. So make sure you guys don't miss out on those because those will be fun.
Contenders Blaster just dropped this morning for rewards. So grab those. We did Bowman Blasters 2 weeks ago, and those sold out.
Yep.
We only have a certain amount of Contenders Blasters, so make sure you grab those quickly if that's something that you want. Super Whammies says, when are we going to get a huge banger for Blue Diamonds? We're actively monitoring and keeping track of how many diamonds people have, and so we currently don't feel like we have enough outstanding diamonds out there to do something really, really big for a drop. But as we see diamonds accumulating and things like that, you can rest assured that we will be exploring a bunch of different things for what we offer for rewards drops.
Yep.
We teased a new hat
Yep.
that's coming. So the hat drop, we only have 10 of each color for
Last hat
for
for the Blue
rewards
Diamonds
drop.
sold out right away.
Yep. So the last hat sold out right away. We're going to do another hat. We dropped an orange hat. We've got a number of different colorways we're going to drop. And we're also responding to PMs, guys. Like, we get a lot of messages like, man, I missed the hats, or I missed the blasters, or I missed the breaker kit. You know, so we're responding to a lot of that also.
Yep.
So.
Yep, 100%. Joseph will be breaking Chrome on Wednesday. That is release day. So we'll start it off with right in the morning. We'll have breaks posting. So tomorrow, Wednesday morning.
Yep. Pick your team, random team, pick your player,
Everything.
you name it.
Yep, exactly. T-Wag, I'm not sure exactly. If you ever have a question on if your cards are ready, you can always call the store or shoot a PM or an email. But I don't have an up-to-date list
I
of.
think we're pretty caught up.
We're pretty caught up within a couple days of breaks. So.
Yeah, within two days or so
Yep.
of a breaks.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Who's your pick for the home run derby?
Pete
Chris
Alonso.
says, why is it Alec Baum?
It's Pete Alonso, without question. It's not even gonna be close. Pete Alonso's gonna hit 3 times more home runs in every round than who he's up against.
I'm gonna go J Rams just because I'm a homer. He performed really well in the home run derby last year.
No, sorry. Sheer strength. It takes too much sheer strength.
He hasn't won since 19 though, has he?
Pete Alonso.
Yeah. Did he only win the once?
No, I think he's won a couple times. I don't know. We'll have to look that up. I still think he's got the sheer strength and the experience and the stamina to pull it off. You know, when you have to hit a 60 mile per hour pitch out of the ballpark, like you have to be able to absolutely mash. Yeah, so you won in 19 and 21.
That's pretty good.
And I just don't see any of the other participants in the All-Star game having the sheer, like, self-generated power that Pete Alonso has. So, slam dunk. Go make your Vegas bets.
I wonder what the odds are.
I mean, he has to be a favorite. Alonso, the betting favorite.
Yeah, see, that's a lame thing. Ryan's just
No.
going straight chalk with the.
No, it's not even that. It's the fact that Major League Baseball didn't do a good enough job picking contenders.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Dos Garcia has raw power. Ozuna has raw power.
Yeah, but they're
J-Ram.
not. Neither one of those guys is going to have the stamina.
I don't know.
No, it's not going to happen.
I don't know.
Not going to happen.
Chris says Ryan betting on the three-peat.
No.
Jen, we will be having the Derby party here Monday night. So if you guys are local,
Come hang out, home run derby watch party, and also bring your kids out for Saturday tomorrow for Youth Sports Day. We're going to be giving away a bunch of prizes, giving away a bunch of free packs, and we've got some sports themed inflatables, football, basketball, soccer, baseball contests, including our own wiffle home run derby.
Yeah, what?
So if you want to get in tomorrow on some wiffle home run derby action, come hang out tomorrow 10 to 2, and we've got a Hawaiian shaved ice truck.
Which we'll need.
Yep, because it's going to be
It's gonna
90.
be warm, yeah.
It's going to be 90, so right on. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for hanging out with us again on Friday. There are breaks posted and ready to rip, so jump in a break, and we will see you soon. Come hang out with us at the National. Hang out with us at the watch party. So many opportunities to hang out with your boys.
Or just me if you don't want to hang out with Ryan.
Wow. Wow.
Thanks, everyone.